Did you know that adult ADHD affects millions of people worldwide, impacting every aspect of their daily life? Living with adult ADHD is a reality that many of us face daily. It's a condition that affects millions of people worldwide, yet it's often misunderstood or overlooked. But the truth is, ADHD is not just about being a little hyper or easily distracted. It's a neurodevelopmental disorder that can impact every aspect of one's life, from relationships to career goals. Difficulties with focus are probably the most well-known symptoms of ADHD, but they're just the tip of the iceberg. Organization is another major struggle for many adults with ADHD. Imagine trying to keep track of multiple tasks, deadlines, and responsibilities, while your brain is constantly racing with new ideas and distractions. It's like trying to tame a wild storm, and it can be incredibly overwhelming. On top of that, emotional regulation is another significant challenge. People with ADHD often experience intense mood swings, irritability, and anxiety, which can be exhausting and affect relationships with loved ones. Another major hurdle for adults with ADHD is the constant struggle to stay on top of daily tasks. It's not because we're lazy or unmotivated, it's because our brains are wired to prioritize novelty and excitement over routine and repetition. This can lead to chronic procrastination, missed deadlines, and a never-ending sense of guilt and shame. And let's not forget about the emotional toll of living with ADHD. The constant self-doubt, the fear of failure, and the feeling of being stuck in a rut can be debilitating and heartbreaking. But despite all these challenges, adults with ADHD are some of the most creative, resilient, and determined individuals you'll ever meet. We've learned to adapt, to find workarounds, and to thrive in the face of adversity, and that's what I want to share with you today. The realities of living with adult ADHD, the struggles and the triumphs and the lessons I've learned along the way. One of the most significant lessons I've learned is that ADHD is not a defect or a weakness. It's a unique brain wiring that requires a different approach to life. It's about embracing our strengths like creativity and spontaneity while finding strategies to overcome our weaknesses. It's about accepting that we're not like everyone else, and that's okay. For me, that realization was a game changer. It freed me from the burden of trying to fit into a mold that wasn't designed for me. There have been moments when I felt like I was drowning in my own chaos, when the stress and anxiety became too much to bear. But there have also been moments of pure joy and triumph when I achieved something I thought was impossible or connected with someone on a deep level. And it's in those moments that I realized I wasn't alone. There are millions of people out there who understand what I'm going through, who get it, and who are fighting the same battles. One of those moments that stands out in my mind was when I finally learned to accept my ADHD diagnosis. I remember feeling a sense of relief, of finally understanding why I was the way I was. It was a weight lifted off my shoulders, and it allowed me to start rebuilding my life, my relationships, and my sense of self. It was a turning point, a moment of clarity that changed everything. In conclusion, living with adult ADHD is a complex, messy, and beautiful journey. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. And I hope that by sharing my story, I've been able to shed some light on the realities of ADHD and inspire others to do the same. Thanks for watching, and if you have ADHD, I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about ADHD management, be sure to check out our next video where we'll be sharing some expert tips and strategies for thriving with ADHD.